Hello and welcome to Season 2 of the Jaw Dropping Podcast. The podcast all about strange news stories, peculiar facts and perplexing oddities. And once again I'm joined by my two wonderful friends, Will and John.
Safe, Wagwan.
Wagwan in a man. Can I just point out that I feel like we should be doing seasons that coincide with the actual seasons? Because I feel like it started in the summer and now it's season 2 and it's still summer. Although, when we started, it wasn't summer, was it? We're talking spring. So technically...
So this is our summer season, is it?
This is like this. This is a summer
I
festival.
suppose we are, a couple of days into July. So if we manage to get one out every week from July until the end of August, then yeah.
That is like sort of seasons, isn't it?
That is kind of seasons,
Don't be expecting no season in IB for us, so don't expect no music and party scenes, so viewers. I'm out here looking like a fucking... Well, I'm just a head on screen today. My actual head, not my knob head, because that'd be... Although that's quite funny.
Again, starting episode 1 of Season 2, 30 seconds in, and John's already talking about his dick.
Wait, that doesn't mean to go on just like we did before, you know what I mean?
Exactly. So, how have you both been? We've had a bit of time off, haven't we? Because we've all been a bit busy with the old work.
Yeah, I actually ended up in Poole, and I went down to Sandbanks. On the one day, it was, well, I say one day. We had it was like 30, and then it went to like 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up going on the day it was 16. Fuck all was open.
No surprise.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, it was just the highlight of it was, and Harry Redknapp, don't sue me because I was just driving around in circles trying to find his house down on Sandbanks, and I didn't realise that I could have just walked down along the beach behind his gaff. And apparently, like, people just walk past and just be like, "All right, Harry," and he's like, puts his thumbs up. I feel like
it's fine. All the sandbags is going to be underwater anyway. Sandbanks is going to be underwater soon anyway.
Have you not heard what they've done?
What have they done?
I've pumped it up full of fucking helium underneath in like these balloons, and when it comes, it's just going to rise above.
I reckon they should do that for the whole of the UK.
Have they actually done this?
No, have they? Fuck.
Oh. I was like, there's no way that could be true.
Fucking hell. Too trustworthy.
That was quite quick thinking from you, John.
Was it? Cheers.
Good job, mate.
It was. Right, are you ready for the first news story?
Always.
Right, first news story. Kellogg's has launched a new flavour of breakfast cereal.
Right.
What flavour is it, mate?
Can I quickly just throw in an absolute mind-boggling fact about Kellogg's? Yeah. Do you know what Kellogg's was invented for? Kellogg's.
Yeah. Well, can I try and guess? Because I think I might have heard the story.
Go on, then.
Were they not invented to go in mattresses for like choir boys and Catholic youngsters so that they wouldn't masturbate because it would be so loud?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's like they put it in the mattresses, but yes, it was an they were invented for anti-masturbation purposes. I swear to God, look it up, because that was going to be one of my interesting facts, and I was like, I can't fucking believe this. But so can I therefore guess the new flavour of Kellogg? Is it the sweet taste of choir boy spunk?
Oh, no.
Is it guava?
No.
Is it? It's going to be like a type of wheat, isn't it? Have they put a picture of Vanessa Hudgens at... Hang on, that's not the fucking... Who's our ex-Prime Minister? You know, the fields of wheat.
Theresa May?
Theresa May, that's it.
Who did you say it was?
I don't know, just some... Who the fuck's Vanessa Hudgens?
I don't know.
Vanessa Hudgens is from... is she in that Spice Girls or Steps or something?
Well, American actress.
Is it?
She rose to fame portraying Gabriella Montez in the High School Musical film series.
Oh, right, okay. That was close.
Is she a bit of salt?
Yeah, she had
Well,
she
it's
had
very
like
much up to you to decide, John.
she had like a
Well,
naked picture leak, didn't she? Back in the day.
well, I wouldn't know about that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know anything
Yeah, of
about
course
that.
you fucking wouldn't. Like, I could see you literally deleting the tab on your computer and spelled out the fappening.
Yeah. Delete, delete.
No, so they've decided to make onion.
Oh, can I have one final guess? Oh, I think it's onion and. Oh, I don't know. I was going to guess cannabis. That's what I was going to guess.
No,
I was
it is
thinking of-
onion flavored breakfast cereal.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that
because
does
I've
not
woke
sound
up
good.
every morning and go, you know what I fancy for breakfast? Fucking onion.
Yeah. So
What, you put milk
Kellogg's Chaka onion flavored cornflakes are being sold in Korea after fans of the popular breakfast cereal voted for the eye-watering bizarre new flavor. They voted for onion.
Yeah, it's Korea, isn't
You've
it?
got to understand, Alex, that the Koreans developed Kim Jong Un. So
It's a different Korea.
well, I don't know. It's still politics. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's
And
different. It's a different country.
What, Korea?
Yeah, well, there's South Korea and then there's North Korea,
Yeah.
and they
So
are
yeah,
completely opposite countries.
yeah, because one's like Marmite and one's like, I don't know, butter.
Marmite. Are you suggesting that people either love or hate North Korea?
Yes. Yeah, I am. Because I
Well-
imagine there's some people, a bit like the Nazism, where they idolized Hitler. Do you know what I mean? So I'm sure there's some very radical, albeit mentally challenged people that think he's a good egg.
I'm not sure there's that many people that actually are given the choice to decide whether they think he's a good egg or not.
No, they're just told
Well,
he is
well,
a good egg.
that basketball player, he don't give a toss, does he? He's straight up balling over there. What's his name? He's a weird fucker, though. To be fair,
Yeah, I can't think what his name is, but did he
Well,
not go out there and
Durant.
hold basketball trials and stuff out there in North Korea? It's like
Yeah.
that film, The Interview. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Yes, I love that
Yeah,
film.
that's very very similar to.
I love
But
that.
the funny thing is that there were rumors ages ago that Kim Jong Un loved basketball, and that's why that was featured in the film. That he had a basketball hoop in his backyard, and actually it turns out that he really does love it.
Oh.
Yeah, well, his best mate, type it in now, is an NBA sports star that used to play for the fucking Lakers, mate.
Wow. I mean, I'm going to pretend I know who the Lakers are, as I don't really follow basketball at all. There we are. So that's the new breakfast cereal that's come out.
Onions, yeah. I'll pass on that, so
Yeah,
I'd rather
I mean, I love pickled onion Monster Munch. Do like that. How was
It's a
it?
bit different having Monster Munch than
Yeah, I
Special
think
K. isn't
I'd
it, really?
actually rather shave the dead skin off my nan's foot and put that in a bowl and add milk. Do you know what I mean?
I wouldn't.
Because old people have got that.
Um,
They've got that corny smell, haven't they? You know, they've just got that old smell. It's like stale, sour milk.
And
It's-
going
yeah.
off breakfast cereal, Shreddies, pop them in your underpants. They hide the smell of your flatulence from so when you fart.
Wow. I so want to try that. Hang on, are you shitting me?
No, I mean this is well. This is what it says here on this highly trusted website, app.businessinsider.com. That is something that happens.
So hang on, how did they even test that? Well, someone just one day went, "I'm going to stick them down my pants, let one rip, and see if it's good."
Well, to see if it's
I
not
think-
bad, basically.
Oh, dirty.
A hilarious invention I found as well for you, because I thought we only did that once, didn't we, with the funny
Oh
inventions?
yeah, I quite like the inventions and mad history. Quite a lot of mad history as well.
Yeah. So this one, okay, these are called fundies. What do you think fundies are?
I have a feeling it's got an inflatable penis attached to it.
No.
Well, I presume there's some sort of underwear, perhaps, that are more fun for another reason. Are they
Yes.
made out of food or something?
No, you're right on the underwear. They're underwear, but for two. These underwear are built to hold two people.
What?
So the underwear to fit two people.
Yeah.
Hold up. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Are these made for them conjoined twins that we talked about
No,
last week?
no. They're made.
Why is that fun? In whose mind is that fun?
So, like, you know, you and your missus are getting a bit like, oh, let's just pop our fundies on, and
You're literally joined at the hip.
yeah,
Fuck, you know, you'd never hear the end of that. Imagine that. Imagine one of your mates, like missus, getting that and making him put that on, and
she
oh
getting it
man,
as well.
they'd be eaten alive. They'd rinse them.
It says that on the packaging, it says twice the fun. Half the fun is getting in them. The other half's up to you.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm particularly that's one of those inventions that someone's come up with something and just without really thinking it through that much has just sort of gone, yeah, let's go for it. But let's make that a business. And evidently, it's a completely flawed idea, isn't it? But it does lead me to a question: if either of you two had to share one section of clothing with your missus, what would it be? Be it t-shirts, blouses, dresses, trousers, underwear. What would you choose? But you had to take all of their current wardrobe with that section of clothes, and that's the only thing that you could wear in that department of clothing from now on for the rest of your life.
Fucking hell.
Well, it'd have to be like trousers, wouldn't it? Like jeans and shit. Because
do you think I could fit into Matilda's trousers?
But to be fair, like I'm a lot smaller than Laura, so
I would have.
Yeah, you'd probably get away with it, wouldn't you, Alex? Actually,
Mate, he'd have to wear about fucking. He's tiny. He'd have to wear a fucking belt. But he'd just be. You couldn't wear. Yeah, I'd fuck. I don't know. I would probably say. I think I'd have to go for
bras because you wouldn't wear them, would you? You don't need to.
No, but do you have to wear them?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to wear them. Okay.
Can I wear socks? Can we do same socks?
No, come on, don't bottle that.
I'll
tell you what I went for. I'd go for underwear.
That's what I was going to say.
I'd go for underwear because nobody can see it on the outside.
Yeah.
And I reckon I could get on board with some of that.
Yeah, like the boyfriend
underwear, isn't it?
Boxers, but the thongs and that. To be fair, all you'd have to do really is just slip your bollocks and dick around the outside of it, and just have it like to the side, and hopefully it don't slowly cut you in half as the day goes on.
Yeah, I've just sent you the link if you want to buy some fundies. I've just sent you the link for.
I'll have a look at them, Alex, because just for amusement, really. Oh,
what are they suggesting that you could do in that?
Yeah, mate. You couldn't even do missionary in them. So just to explain to the viewers what's going on, Undies for Two is it's basically just a giant set of pants with a man facing forwards and a woman facing forwards, and they've just got these pants on, but they're like facing each other. And I would say that's probably at maximum stretch. So if they're trying to insinuate that you could, I don't know, get in there somewhere, they'd have to give me a manual.
Right, I'm going to have a look at some of the customer reviews.
Oh, brilliant!
See what's been said.
Another fun thing that I found.
Whoa! It says, "Be the first video." You can do a video review. No, Tar. No, thanks. Oh my God, there's loads of reviews. Will. Why is the best feature flavour?
What do you mean flavour?
It says by feature flavour 4.2, value for money 4.2.
Oh God, this sounds grim, man. One of the comments was they were dirty when I opened them.
Oh.
The only downside I see to this is twice the skid marks. Someone has.
Very good.
Someone's got these from Siamese twins. They liked them.
Yeah, very funny.
Yeah, people are just taking the piss, basically. I think. Yeah.
Fantastic. So you all enjoyed that, didn't you? The next one, which is completely ridiculous. Duckbill dog muzzles.
I don't even know. You just said words then.
Duck. So like these are
Made up words to me.
so like like muzzles for dogs,
Yeah.
like that, but they've
Yeah.
made them into duck beaks.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
That just
Hang
sounds
on.
kind of cute, actually.
You've just got a ferocious beast with a fucking duck thing on. I think that works quite well. Do you know what though? The only problem with that is that it would make me want to pet it, and if it's trying to rip my face off,
There you go. There's the link. You can have a look at that.
Japan Trend Shop. Fuck me. Oppo dog muzzle quack pee.
What?
Oh, that is.
Oh
so
man,
cute.
it's so cute.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
Go down to like the third picture where there's like the three dogs with the
Three of
different
them.
muzzles
It's
on.
amazing.
Oh Jesus!
I love it, but I love it. No, you know what? I'm on board with that. I don't give a fuck. So people, oh my god, the $38, bro.
That's a lot of money that for a bit of plastic, isn't it?
It is when you could just fucking.
Dog stuff. You could just put two Pringles together, couldn't you? Just strap two Pringles together around your dog's mouth.
Yeah, that'd
That'd work.
work.
Okay, so I've just seen at the bottom it says customers who brought this product also brought shouting vase holds your anger. You just shout into a vase. Has anybody else got that?
Obviously, though.
No.
Jeez.
So the next invention I've found that's completely ridiculous.
Go on, hit me.
The invention is called Twinkle Tush,
Okay.
and it is jewellery designed to hide your cat's arsehole.
Very good. Why? Who's offended by a cat's arsehole to go through that?
I don't really like cats' arseholes, to be honest with you.
To be honest,
Yeah,
I don't really.
there's the link.
Not in a top 5 for me.
What, a cat's arsehole or a cat?
No, it's the Twinkle Tush.
Both. Both. Twinkle Tush. It
But,
just
yeah.
honestly, that
I'm a
name
massive
makes
fan
me
of
vomit.
cats. The only cats I actually like. Oh my god, they've just put a butt plug in it. How is that clipped on?
I think it's gone round the tail, John. I don't think it's a little butt plug they've just put in the cat.
Oh mate, that looks like the end of a butt plug. Not that I would know what a butt plug looks like, apart from the bloody lovely videos. But wow, whatever tickles your fancy or tickles your tootsie, I guess. Is that right? What is a tootsie? Because I have tootsie rolls in America. Hold on, no, forget that question. Right, I need to discuss something. I need to ask you because it came into my head earlier. I went and saw Susie and saw this. She had this like gluten-free vegan fucking thing, and it got me to thinking. You know, all these vegans are buying like vegan-free product. I was looking at it and I was like, do you reckon the glue on the bottle has got some sort of animal product on it to make it stick on there? So my question is, let me rephrase the question. Is vegan food also packaged in vegan packaging?
I believe it is.
Yeah, I would suspect so. Yeah, but
Because imagine the savagery they would find out if they were not supporting the meat trade, but secretly they were like cutting up a fucking baby fowl and sticking it on a label.
baby fowl.
It's,
A baby fowl.
is
Yeah.
that what you think they make glue out of, John?
I don't know. I don't know what the glue is.
Horses.
Yeah.
Is that what glue is?
Well,
Yeah, there's a protein in glue that's made up out of ground up horse bones.
Oh my god! Isn't a fowl a horse?
A foal.
a fowl is a type of bird.
Yeah.
That'll do. I'm fucking in there. That was pretty close, actually. That was a complete guess. Like it.
Loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well
So
done.
the answer to that is yes, probably. But we're not knowing for sure. I might do some investigation.
Yeah.
No, I would suggest no, probably, but we don't know for sure.
Hmm.
I can't imagine. You wouldn't have thought that a vegan company would put non-vegan products in its packaging, but you may be right.
Yeah.
But you know what vegans are like, man? They're so fucking anal with all this shit
Yeah.
that they probably look at what goes into the packaging and stuff. Probably
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. Well, they need.
Did I tell you the story about when Joe was vegetarian? And
Yeah, he's vegetarian.
well, he is. He was also. He did it as a challenge a while ago, and we were. I think we'd been to a festival, perhaps, or we'd been somewhere together, and we jumped in a car on the way back, and we'd stopped off at Burger King, and we both went up and ordered and sat down, and Joe just opened his packet and went, "Oh shit." He'd ordered this like bacon double cheeseburger. And he was like, "Oh, I'm vegetarian. What was I supposed to do?" I looked at him like, "Well, go buy another burger." And he was like, "Nah," and just ate it.
Yeah, I think I remember him telling me actually. He was vegetarian for a while, and then just forgot.
He was, yeah. Basically, just forgot. Yeah.
No, he's vegetarian again.
Okay, so those were the inventions that I had for you. So the next news story I have for you, this is the final one from me. So a man was fined nearly £500 for doing something in front of police officers in Austria. What do you think he was fined nearly £500 for?
Was he doing the complete dance to All the Single Ladies by Beyonce?
No, he was not, but that would have been incredible.
All the single ladies, put your hands up there, ladies. Do you know what? On a just a quick side note, and I'm going to get boom roasted in the chat. I don't rate my Beyonce. I don't think she's very good. I don't like her music. And yeah, so that'll probably get me killed.
Mate, you get lynched for that kind of shit.
Yeah, I know. But
if I'm honest with you, I've never been a particular fan either way of Beyonce. However, last weekend I did watch her full headlining set at Glastonbury, and she was very, very good. Really, very, very good.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Okay, let me rephrase it. She's got a good voice. I don't like her songs. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it means it's just not your thing.
It's just not my thing.
It's not your thing.
Also,
it's not really my thing either.
Was it what's his name? What were we saying? Austria.
Yeah.
Was he an Austrian gentleman?
Yeah.
Was he in the middle of trying to steal an ostrich from a kennel?
No.
Was he dressed up as Joseph Fritzl?
No.
Oh, hang on. Was it Joseph Fritzl?
No.
Maybe it was just Joseph Fritzl. Had Ian Watkins.
Yeah, I'd like to think that Joseph Fritzl wouldn't only get fined £500.
Just a tap on the wrist.
Okay,
Is
so
he still alive?
a man.
Joseph Fritzl, I would imagine so, unless he got coronavirus.
So a man in Vienna has been fined nearly £500 for farting provocatively in front of police officers.
Oh man, you can't get fined for just
Honestly, mate.
relief.
I've done some farts that deserve fines. Some fucking some heinous shit that deserve punishment.
Some absolute bum rock coming true.
Yeah, mate.
That's dirty.
So what does it say? What the?
Yeah, is there a law?
So it must have been a public offence if you got fined for it. So it must have been like
disturb the peace.
yeah, something like that. It must have been like a public disorder offence. So it must be disturbing the peace, or I suppose you.
Well, there's the article.
Get very, very low of fray.
Cast your eyes over that, Will. You're the reporter.
Fray? You can't get a fray for just having a little trump.
Well, you get it for fray. Very, very,
How
very.
close was he to him? Oh, hang on. They don't fuck about, do they? Yeah, to be fair, I feel like if I farted on any three of those, you'd probably get arrested. I quite like their O's with the double dots above.
So basically, it doesn't say, but apparently, the police wrote on the Twitter page that the man had been sitting on a park bench before getting up, looking at them, and letting go a massive intestinal wind, apparently with full intent.
Oh, well, there's only one way. Hang on.
No, there we go. So it's offending public decency. That's what we got the fine for, which I can understand, I suppose. If it was full intent, then I can understand it.
Yeah, it's outside in a ventilated area. Do you know what I mean? It's like spray painting. You don't do it indoors, do you, unless you got the window open.
Zero
Yeah,
tolerance, mate. You know what I mean? They don't fuck about. Hang on. So in the middle of a coronavirus pandemic, he's just allowed to be swanning out. I
don't know what the rules are at the moment in Austria.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
So they might be way more relaxed than we are, or
They'll
other countries
definitely
are.
way more relaxed than we are.
Yeah. Well, that's everything that I've got today from me. So I think we should go into. Oh no! It's Florida Man. We need to go Florida Man, don't we?
Oh shit! Let's get Mr. Florida Man up then.
Yeah, let's
What
have
dates are we doing? Should I just pick a random date? Or-
Yeah.
Yeah, Flow Rider. We need to start checking them off.
Yeah, we do actually.
Have we done like we're going to know? I'm just going to do 1st of April because I feel like there should be a bang.
I did the 2nd of April.
Oh,
And I'll
shit.
do the 3rd of April then.
Well,
Blimey, Florida man who killed ex-wife. That's an awful headline.
yeah,
That's
these are
horrible.
meant to be
headline.
quite up and bubbly. Oh my god!
What?
Florida man slices arm of man who denied him use of squeegee. I don't know what squeegee is.
I know what squeegee is. Squeegee is what you clean your bathroom and your windows with.
Is it like a squirty thing?
No, squeegee is those. You know those.
Window cleaner uses.
Oh, it's one of them.
Yeah, like long brooms with rubber bits on the bottom that you can either use on windows or to push water around on floors and stuff. They use them in swimming pools.
A witness saw the victim jump into a pickup, shouting, "I'll kill you! I'll kill everybody!"
That's
Sounds
nice.
like a nice bloke.
He sounds like an absolute legend.
So, a Florida man uses vacuum to decapitate man.
Oh, what?
A murder
How
suspect
can you
is accused of-
How hard do you have to hit someone with a fucking vacuum?
Well, yeah. Listen to this. So, a murder suspect is accused of beating a man so violently with a vacuum cleaner that he severed the victim's head, leaving him beaten beyond recognition,
My
according
God.
to Kiss Me.
Wait, I bet he was using a shark hoover. Good one. Because, like, it's got teeth in it.
Blimey.
Uh,
The victim's blood, brain matter, and bone fragments were sprayed across the area and onto nearby vehicles, according to the expert.
Oh my God. So August 7th, don't ask me why I picked August 7th, Florida man said he smoked THC because Jesus was returning.
Well, you might as well celebrate, I suppose.
Well, yeah.
Light up, man. It's time to go. Okay, so I don't really want to read out my one. A Florida man downloaded child porn as a boredom killer.
Oh.
Deputies say, and to be fair, if you look at the guy, he does look like a bit of a fiddler. Florida man who was caught downloading thousands of images that contained either child pornography or child rocker said he viewed the graphic content as a boredom killer, even though he knew it was wrong. Well, that would make you a complete thickwit, my son.
I actually listened to a court case a couple of weeks back about a guy that had downloaded and had possession of a paedophile manual.
Manual?
Yeah, someone had created a booklet that explained to him exactly how to be a successful paedophile.
Oh,
Well,
man.
That successful then, was it?
Well, exactly. Ironically, it's supposed to tell him how not to get caught, but he
And he got caught.
evidently wasn't massively successful. But it does lead me to a question: if you guys could own a manual or get a manual that would tell you to do anything in the world perfectly, what would the manual be?
If it was a manual for something, anything I wanted,
Anything you wanted,
yeah.
but
Do
it
you know
almost
what
like
mine
a.
would be?
Go
Mine
on.
would be a manual on how to fucking hit bang on £20 every time I go to the fuel station, mate. What mine would be. £20 one pence shit pisses me off.
Oh, mate, I rate that so much.
I've seen people that've got it down there, man. They're like just holding it, and they can be talking to someone, and then they're just bang, £20. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, that's what I aspire to be.
Yeah, mate.
And you'd want
What's
a manual,
yours?
yeah, a manual at anything in the world, and that would be.
That would be my man.
My manual would be. Um, so many.
So many manuals.
How to talk to animals, like, and understand them. That would be the manual.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. What about you, Will? What
I
you
would
mean?
I would want the manual of how to cook the perfect chicken jalfrezi.
Yeah, that's
Oh
a
yeah,
good.
to be fair, anything
All the
food
time.
related, you could be like, I have the best recipe in the world, and no one else would have that recipe.
Or the manual to make many more manuals that let you make manuals.
The manual that teaches you how to make manuals of everything else.
There's always one guy in there. If I had 3 wishes, I'd wish for 3 more wishes.
Well, no, if I have 3 wishes, the first wish would be to have infinity wishes, and then I'd just keep going on. Although I feel
There's
like
always that guy in there.
you'd get very lazy very quickly because you'd be like, "Oh, I wish I had a cup of tea." Bang. Oh, I wish I had a pop tart. Bang. Oh, I wish I had a fucking blowjob.
Oh,
Do you know what I
I
mean?
wish I could have a dinosaur as a pet, and you'd be like, oh god.
Oh yeah. You'd be like, no. That might be it though. You might reintroduce Jurassic Park by accident, and that T-Rex might kill you before you unwish it.
In seriousness, though, if you could have 3 wishes, what would they be?
Oh, fucking hell. Do you know what? I would wish for one of them would actually be an everlasting cup of tea that was the perfect temperature, perfect sweetness, perfect everything, and just tucked there on the side. Just it would never get dusty. It'd always be fresh, always perfect temperature.
Yeah,
And the other one would be
I respect that a lot.
That's a good wish. That is a good wish.
I'd get rid of all mental diseases like mental health issues and actually just all disease, anything like that kills you. Well, fuck all that off for everyone, for everyone that is. And then I'd wish to be humble with what I had. I think because you don't really.
Like the first one, I respect. The other 2 are boring as fuck, right? And I expected better from you, John. My first one would be that at the snap of the fingers, I could create any food without having to cook.
Okay, yeah, that's
That would 100% be my first one.
Big up
100%. My second wish would be for every person that has far right-wing views. Every time they think about those far right-wing views, they just become a little bit more degenerated. So they just get a little bit more retarded.
So they just turn up to be Donald Trump or a vegetable.
Yeah, but increasingly so they actually can't do anything because people with those views deserve to
think
be
about what
punished.
they've done.
Think about what you've
Oh
done.
shit! I'm not a communist, I promise. And my,
Not beauty.
do you know what my third one would be? My third one would be to eternally
Someone say
control
money.
my body temperature.
Okay.
Yeah.
My body temperature is always fucking all over the place. Like right now, I've got my window wide open. It's throwing it down with rain, and I'm fucking piping hot. And I can never control it. Like especially when I go to bed, I'm always all over the place. I wish I had literally had a thermostat on the side of my fucking bonce that I could just make sure that I'm always the right temperature. That's what I'd wish for. A internal thermostat that I could rotate on the side of my bonce.
Could you like it wouldn't kill you at whatever temperature you put it up to? So you could put it up to like 1,000 degrees and just stick your finger in hot water.
Yeah, mate.
You'd heat the hot
Boil
water.
water. Yeah, that's a. Do you know what? That's a cool superhero.
Yeah, it is actually.
Okay, so my 3 wishes.
Yeah.
The first one would have to be any language in the universe. I would be able to I would know it entirely. So read it, speak it, understand it, every single language. Didn't matter what it was, extraterrestrial, anything. So I could walk into the hieroglyphs and in the Egyptian pyramids and be like, I know exactly what that means.
I want to change my wishes. I've thought of so many better ones now.
That would be my first one. The second one would have to be that I could willingly sprout massive like angel wings so I could fly.
That
would be
Why
one.
didn't I wish to fly?
And I would be revered as a deity for having
Deity?
angel. No, no,
What's a deity?
a god. No, I wouldn't.
Oh.
No,
Fucking sounds like a type of breed of dog, man.
What
Which
a
is God
deity.
spelled backwards. Dun dun dun.
You're literally using Neil's logic from In Between Us. And then the last one. What would the last one be?
Would it be freedom? Freedom.
What about the instant
Can't
ability
be
to?
up his wish. Free house.
Oh man, I wish someone would give me a sock so I could leave here.
Or maybe like every instrument would just be another one. Any
Yeah,
instrument,
that's
pick it up, play anything I wanted.
Yeah, and like and music that you could create as well. 'Cause, do you know, I'm one of them people. Yeah,
Like my hand farting music.
I can't believe I'm on a podcast that has fucking fart noises in it, son.
That's going to be intro to John's Fear of Everything from now on.
Yeah, instead of you'd be like, God damn, that's that fucking geezer letting one fly in Austria, mate. That is. All right.
Brilliant,
Well.
there we are. So that was a Florida man, which segued quite a bit. I don't know how we got onto Three Wishes, but there we are. But I think it's not...
We are the three segues.
Yeah. And now I think it's time for...
Could you imagine if when Jesus was finally birthed in Jerusalem, they had 3 wise men and 3 men on a Segway?
Mate,
That would be my type of Bible story.
When they rewrite it in about 2,000 years, it will be that. It'll be like John came through on the fucking hoverboard. Will was there holding some frankincense and some myrrh.
Brilliant. Right, well, I think it's on that note, I think it's now time for John's Theory of Everything.
John's theory of everything. Yes, well, I have got some interesting facts for you today. Did you know in March 2015, Ireland accidentally legalised ecstasy, ketamine, and magic mushrooms for one day?
Was this realised immediately at the time, or was this something that they looked back on and went, "Oh fuck, we repealed this law for a day.
Yeah.
We didn't realise we did."
I think I looked it up, and I think what happened was, if you couldn't, it was like, I don't think they realised they'd done it, but there was a day where it wasn't like common knowledge, like out in the news.
Yeah.
Like, you can do this for a day. It was like they accidentally fucked something up, and but imagine that.
That would be so fascinating, kind of on a boring level, but because I bet there'll be tens, if not hundreds, of people who were caught possessing / taking illegal drugs, and they'll be able to get away with it in court now because on that day it was illegal. It was legal.
It was legal. Yeah.
It would be very interesting to see how those things would, because you'd just be like, officer, look, mate, do you want a pill?
I would love there to be like a purge day, but instead of like it being the purge, just that all drugs were legal.
Just to see what would happen. Just to see the state on the streets. Just be hilarious.
I wonder. It would be interesting to see how many people who wouldn't do anything like that, only because it is illegal, would actually do it.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that quite a vast majority of people don't do drugs not just because it's illegal, but also because of health issues and all that sort of stuff. But because if it was the case, I doubt that I would do. I doubt that my life would change at all, basically.
Yeah.
But there are certain people that I would expect them to absolutely give it a go.
Long out for the day.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'll ask Boris next time I see him.
Yeah. Go on.
Right. Did you know? Yeah, and this will bring me to a question. Titanic survivors were charged $1 per word to send telegrams from their lifeboats. One man used his last dollar to send the word "safe" to his mother. So, what would your last words be? They were survivors, but obviously they didn't know that at the time because you could have still froze your ass off on the fucking lifeboat. So, what would you?
How did that work? Sorry, I've got to just ask. How
I don't
from
know,
the
mate.
lifeboat?
Yeah.
How were they expected to?
I have
Send a
no idea,
telegram.
mate. I was very confused by it myself.
I presume it's not the lifeboats. I presume it's the boats that picked people up from the lifeboats.
Yeah.
That would have had the
Yes,
ability to
I
use
see what you're
telegram.
saying. Yeah. So it wasn't the lifeboats they escaped from; it was the lifeboats.
So how much money do we have?
Well, I don't know. $1's quite a lot back then, isn't it? That's quite a lot of money back then. $1.
So you want me to say if I had a single word?
Not a single word. Say like 4 words.
So $4.
Say you've got like yeah, up to $5 you've got.
So I would say that. So $5. So I would send the word "safe,"
Yeah.
comma, Boris Johnson is cunt.
That's more, but okay.
That's 5.
No, you put safe, comma. How are they going to do a comma?
Comma's the same word as
I would send safe, but hungry, comma,
Cold.
wet.
Yeah. Safe, but really fucking cold.
Yep, fucked it.
Yeah.
A bit nippy.
Yep, we fucked. Yes. Okay. I've got one before. Which one have I put on here? Oh yeah, just for your knowledge, the pH balance of a healthy vagina is around 4, which is the same pH as wine, tomatoes, and beer. So that explains a lot to me. Men like beer, men like pussy. What's up?
But that's why women are supposed to use sensitive shower gels and shampoos and
Deodorants,
stuff.
yeah.
And deodorants and shit. Because
Is it? They upset the pH balance?
Because they don't know to
Yeah.
upset the pH balance.
I think that's how thrush is caused, actually, is it upsetting pH.
Is it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
no, what? Yeah, okay, fine. I don't know really what you want me to say about that, to be honest with you, John.
just me telling you. A grocery store once closed down, so Michael Jackson could fulfill his dream of going to a supermarket and shopping. He wanted to experience what it was like to, in commas or quotes or whatever the fuck they are, put things in a basket. They filled the store with friends pretending to be strangers shopping as well. So,
He was that famous that he never did his own shopping.
Mate, he
Oh,
couldn't,
yeah, mate.
He couldn't
Yeah,
go
mate.
anywhere, mate. If you
Well,
saw
it must be...
mobs, imagine how fucked that would be.
It would
It
almost
must
be
be
a
nice for him to
curse.
put something back in the basket after he's clearly taken everything out the closet.
Oh dear.
I kind of respect it, though. I kind of respect it because I can imagine being a very, very famous person. I mean, Michael Jackson was absolute pinnacle of fame. Arguably one of the most famous people
Probably the most
ever, especially in that period of time. And it must just be nice to be able to be normal and just go to the supermarket. I think I'd miss that. I think I'd miss going to the shop.
Because I don't think you could just pop down to Co-op if you were that well known. I don't think you could go to a theme park or down the pub with your friends. Like, do you know what I mean?
You can't. You definitely wouldn't be. Well, that's what I'm saying. If he had to hire a store and then empty it and then get own friends in there that he knew, so they weren't even proper strangers, just to try and feel normal. That's a pretty fucked up world that he was living in.
I wonder what the invite would have been like for that.
There's a lot of downsides.
You're friends with Michael Jackson. Would you just come into the shop and just pretend like you're shopping whilst Michael experiences what it's like to do his shopping?
But he was surrounded by yes men, mate. So a lot of people would have been like, yeah.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, you'd be a yes man if you were being paid.
Oh my god, I forgot about this.
That
So
amount of money.
I actually did do a theory of everything this week, and I completely forgot about it. So the conspiracy is the Canadian government was so paranoid about homosexuality that it developed a gaydar machine. Right. This is true.
This can't.
No, it's real. Trust me, because I looked it up. It really happened in the 1960s. The government hired a university professor to develop a way to detect homosexuality in federal employees. He came up with a machine that measured pupil dilation in response to same-sex erotic imagery. The Canadian government used it to exclude or fire more than 400 men from civil service, the military, and the mountaineers. Fortunately, things have changed a lot since those days. But how fucked up is that? So that is gender, what do you call it?
Prejudice?
That's not gender. That's just homophobia.
Yeah.
That's the word. I got there in the end. Fuck me.
It is, but it's quite interesting to bring that into the modern day, because the amount of information that massive companies have, like Facebook, on us. In theory, there are algorithms that can predict if someone's gay or not, depending on who they speak to, the ages of people they speak to, the gender of people they speak to regularly on Facebook. So actually, weirdly enough, Facebook can probably tell if someone's gay just from their activity on Facebook.
So imagine this then. Imagine if the timeline was the same, but the technology advances was different.
Yeah.
Technology advances were different. So like we had Facebook in the 1960s.
Yeah.
And homophobia was still a big thing. Oh my! Imagine how many there'd be fucking outcry, mate, because there'd be thousands and thousands and millions.
Yeah, well, but in theory,
getting fired for their jobs.
In theory, you wouldn't. Those two things. I know you're talking hypothetically, but in theory, those two things wouldn't be able to exist at the same time, because people wouldn't invest as much time and as much information online if they knew it was going to get them arrested or killed or whatever.
I suppose.
And that's and especially in those sort of times when governments had much more control over things like the media and technology and that sort of stuff, because it was before a lot of privatization of media companies. So it would be like China, where China basically have their own Facebook that they run. You can't access any other social media. And so people have to be really super careful about what they post on that on the Chinese social media, because who knows who's looking at it and whether you could be arrested or deported or whatever.
Especially now they got that new Hong Kong, like people in Hong Kong, they got that. I don't know. I read something about, because they were like a separate sort of. They had their own law, didn't they?
They were owned by the British, and then
they couldn't. Chinese couldn't come over and arrest them if they were in Hong Kong for a crime that they did in China or something.
Yeah, because it was technically. Sorry, carry on, Will.
But I was just going to say it's really, really super complicated, because I tried to explain it to someone yesterday and found it very, very difficult, because China is formerly a sovereignty of the UK. However, it's now Hong Kong is now partially controlled legally by China, and so there's new rules been brought in, which the Chinese government have kind of sneaked in through the pretenses of coronavirus, or in the shade of coronavirus.
Hasn't been in the news, sort of thing.
Yeah, and it's that basically I think that they can now, without permission, enter Hong Kong to arrest someone that has committed a crime in China. But the problem with that is that there are a lot of Chinese activists in Hong Kong that are against the current Chinese regime, and so diplomatic immunity would travel to Hong Kong to be safe. Yeah. And now Chinese authorities can walk into Hong Kong and arrest those people, which is why there have been such massive protests. And kind of ironically, the UK has now said to 3 million people that they will be able to, 3 million people from Hong Kong, they can come over to the UK and gain citizenship. So after batting away, supposedly, in inverted commas, underskilled, undereducated immigrants, they're now granted. People from Hong Kong have got probably a very high rate of education and high rate of intelligence and skills, but all the same, it's a bit, all of Brexit came in to prevent, tens
Yeah.
of thousands of people coming in, and now we're offering 3 million people citizenship.
Sound. Can't get over it though, can they? At the minute, like, we want to help you, but we'll just give it a couple more months. Wait for your virus to go, and then you can get on plane, and then we'll be up.
I don't
Well,
think
I
we
don't- I
should be
don't-
opening up yet. Look what happened to Jurassic Park. That was opened up way too early, wasn't it?
Wait till
Yeah,
they're fully
yeah.
aware of the situation.
Exactly.
Because there is now a list that's been released today, which is all of the countries that we'll be able to fly from without quarantining.
Yes,
I wonder whether I would very much doubt that Hong Kong's on that list, but I will try and look at it.
Not on that list. I can tell you that for a fact. France and
Hong Kong's on the list.
what?
Yeah, so I'm trying to.
Maybe they put that in there because they
There you go.
knew.
Yeah, probably.
Is
So-
New York on the list?
The list is Antigua, Barbuda, Aruba, Australia, Austria, Bahamas, Barbados, Belgium, Bonaire, St. Eustace and Saba, Croatia, Caracciolo, Cyprus, Czech Republic, Denmark, Dominica, Faroe Islands, Fiji, Finland, France, French Polynesia, Germany, Greece, Greenland, Grenada, Guadeloupe, Hong Kong, Hungary, Iceland, Italy, Jamaica, Japan, Liechtenstein, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Macau, Malta, Mauritius, Monaco, Netherlands, New Caledonia, New Zealand, Norway, Poland, Reunion, San Marino, Serbia, Seychelles, South Korea, Spain, St. Bartholomew, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Pierre and Miquelon, Switzerland, Taiwan, Trinidad and Tobago, Turkey, Vatican City, and Vietnam.
Just Vatican City, not Italy. Vatican City.
Yes.
There's not even an
Italy-
airport
Italy
in the
were-
Vatican
Perfect
City.
then. It's its own country, I know, but
Yeah.
perfect.
Italy were in there as well. So
Oh, they were. I was going to say.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was a nice wrap. So to answer my question, no, New York isn't in there. But can I just add something? That only means that they can come to us, right, or we can come back from there without quarantine.
yeah.
But they also have to agree that we're allowed in their countries, right? So
Yeah, but I think that there has been mutual agreements.
Yeah, it's a bit
why I
like
say
trade
that-
deals. They've kind of said, right, we'll allow people to come
so
back and forth.
however, not all of them have ended restrictions for UK tourists when they arrive there.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, cool. Love it.
Sweet.
So yeah, that's from the 10th of July.
Love it.
Which is next week, right? It's 3rd today, sorry.
Third, so yeah, week today. So next Friday.
Oh, lovely. Lovely. It might mean I'll be able to go away in